Hello. Test. Testing 1, 2. On this plane for parking, they weight stuff down so that it doesn't get damaged in the wind. Inside they wrap a belt around the they wrap a belt around the seat. Then this goes back around the seat. To tie it down. Then they have a stick going down to keep the rudder pedals from going anywhere. Okay, let's see here. This is a program
FS Realistic connected.
for sound. Okay, we'll get rid of the all the stuff. Let's see, that's flat black spinner. You like the chrome one. This is a Beaver for flying into the brush. It's kind of what it was designed for and made for. And let's see, I'll ouch. I'm not sure what this is for. This here disappears. Okay. There's our rudder pedals and the right brake and the left brake. And this is our brake on the ground. Okay, let's see which tank is. They're all off right now. I'll need to start it. Okay, there's our these are our trims for turning to trim the rudder and trim the elevator. And temperature outside. Well, is it that warm today? Well, I guess that's not that warm. That's 30, about 32, so. This is the oil, I don't know why they have that screw in and out, but that's where the 5-something gallons of oil goes. This is in case you're flying, having problems, and gonna wreck. You can shut off the emergency fuel and oil shut off. So try and keep it from catching fire. I don't know why they have that like that. I thought maybe it did the cow flaps at first, but this is the carb heat. You can set it for however it needs to be set to do the temperature here. The carburetor temperature. And then this is what they call a wobble pump, and that's to prime it. It has a fuel boost here, I'm not sure, but you prime the fuel. See, there's no pressure, and you can do that with that wobble pump. This is the rear fuel tank, front fuel tank, middle fuel tank. This is the cylinder head temperature, which you would do with a cow flaps if it had it. I don't think this plane has cow flaps. I don't remember seeing them. Pitot heat, that's for the tubes for do the speed. Alright, then we have our ADF and our VORs, our turn coordinator, and clock section, our speed indicator, artificial horizon, our altimeter, and then we have our oil pressure and oil temperature and fuel pressure. And then we have our amps for the batteries and the charging. And they got the manifold pressure, which is controlled by the throttle, and the RPM gauge, and that's controlled by the propeller. It increases and decreases the pitch. This is our flap indicator. And then warning lights, our magnetic compass. Wonder how I close that again. I have to get out to close it? Maybe it's here. Oh yeah, toggle right front door. Okay. Well, we'll start this thing up. So we'll toggle this to get the pressure up to 5 pounds. I guess I have to have the battery on for it to work, so let me turn the battery on. Okay. And push the mixture all the way forward, and I'll push this all the way forward. And then we'll give this about halfway, and then let's do the wobble pump. Oh, 5, there it is. Okay, now we'll...
Clear, prop.
Okay. Alright. We got that fuel boost, boost coil. Oh, that's maybe another switch. Turn the alternator on. And we should see something over here. Okay. Alright. This is the alternator fuse. Circuit breaker. And turn the radios on. torpedo heat on so it don't freeze up. Which tank's fuller? This one's got, these two are about the same. So we're on front, rear, center, so we're on the middle. We'll stay on the middle. Okay. Here's our temperature for our carb heat. Bring that down a little bit. This will raise up to the green. Okay. 5 pounds of fuel pressure. 70 pounds oil pressure. Oil temperature. Put our flaps for takeoff. They're down here on the floor. This is 1, 2 for takeoff. Okay. And these are friction knobs to kind of hold these in place if you want to use them, you know, after you get them set. Okay, let's throttle back. I wonder if it's gonna die. What if I turn this on? Alright, no, it's alright. Our beacon, landing lights, navigation, and strobe. Looks like we're kind of facing crooked here. When this blue knob is up, well, it's usually the blue knob, the propeller, the pitch, the blades are more pointed straight up and down, so the least resistance. And then as you pull this back, the RPMs will decrease because the blades turning more to bite, to turn to do like a fan, you know, to have more torque. And bring the, thought I turned that on, that's the heat. And bring back our stick. This is probably for a microphone. Press to talk. Okay, take the brake off. Pull back on the wheel. Let it up on the wheel. Turn the wheel to the right a little bit, left I mean, to balance it out. Okay, and we got to pay attention to our gauges here. Okay, we're in the green on the throttle, but the propeller RPMs are too high, so we're going to pull it back to bring it into the green. And then we'll give a little more throttle to get up there to 35 inches. Okay, this don't have retracts. I'm pushing the nose down a little bit. I'm going to bring the flaps up. Okay, flaps are fully retracted. Okay, I turned on the autopilot, and I set the just push the altitude button to hold it in place. We can 2600. We can go up to 4000 like they want us to. And then we hit altitude. It goes into vertical speed. So we can climb. We'll try 400 feet per minute up. Indicating 400 feet per minute climb. And we're at almost 2800. Our speed is slowly decreasing a little bit. So let's see if we got enough. bit of throttle is able to handle the 400 feet per minute climb. We're on our course, as I can see in the radar and the path in the Garmin here. These automatically adjust now since the autopilot's on. That's the one for the controlling the up and down the elevator. Where's the cabin heat at? Well, this is let me think. I can turn the landing lights off. Keep save on the alternator, and it's funny how this plane doesn't have any. Well, it's got heat here, but that's about it that I see. Has some drains for water, I guess. This is our ADF unit, and then this is showing the I think this is, I know in some it's the temperature, I mean not the temperature, the oh, here it is. This is what I was thinking about. It's on the responder. The altitude, the pressure altitude, so it's like we're at 400 feet when we're actually at 4,000. This is our squawk box set to altitude. So it's the tower and us talking back and forth. Basically, they said maintain our current flight level and course. It's okay to be in the yellow. Just don't go up to the red, or the plane could break up. Then we got map light, cabin light, instrument lights. they're saying we're 300 feet above our altitude. That's because the barometric pressure is off. This should be probably 30 point something. So I have a button here I can press. It will automatically set it, or I can turn it with this. So if I turned it up, you know, it'd probably be up about you know, about there. I'm going to press the button here. It actually started changing on its own to get to the right height, but the reason they were my altimeter was reading wrong because it wasn't set to the right barometric pressure, and that's why they were telling me that I was too high, 300 feet too high, because they were seeing me at 4,300 instead of 4,000. Everything is looking good. We're turbulent, you know, we're going up and down a little bit, but it's maintaining. Level flight in the 4,000 feet, fly 160, suction's good. Horizon is good, everything's level. Got good numbers on all our gauges. Cylinder head temperature, not sure how I'd get that in the, I mean, that's fine between there, and then our carb heat is fine. Carb heat help keep the you know, carburetor from freezing up to and you say cabin lights, they kind of look like they're up. Let's see, I saw cabin light. Let's see. I didn't see anything, but I'm sure it's working. We'll see it on this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, and then these are, like I said, for the friction. We must be a little off course because I see this line here. Well, yeah, we're turning. We're banking. Usually don't want to bank over like 30 degrees, which is the big one there. It's getting further away. We're further away from our course, our flight path, and as we get closer, this will come in to line up the center again. It's kind of the same as right here. See the lines over here, an arrow in the middle. Arrow is an indicator in the middle. It's always there, but that line, see, it's over to the left. This one's over to the left. As we start getting closer to the course, the magenta, this will start moving over, and then this does the same thing, you know, here. Does the same thing here too. we're going to Toy, which is a waypoint, a vector light. We're flying on the mid. Oh wow, am I in the middle? Oh, I am. I'm on the center tank. We're really getting low. I need to switch tanks. We'll go to the front tank. Oh, there we go. Now we're on this one. Toy is, if I zoomed out, it's a circle we're gonna make up here. You can see it there. And so the plane, the Garmin GPS adjusts accordingly. And I switched it on the front tank, which is right here. We seem to be going through quite a bit of fuel, and that's probably because that's higher. No, these were different. That's right. This one must have been off or something. I'm burning a lot of gas, which I might be because I need to lean it out actually. See, we're getting back on course. Lines coming in over here too. As we get on course. Now this one's there. But yeah, we're burning a lot of gas, so I'm going to lean it out. Where's this? I can do this a couple different ways. Let's see. I can do it by the temperature, cylinder head temperature. Let's go ahead and pull back. You know, one of the things you have to worry about is you should back it off till it's like as lean as you can make it without the engine dying, but then go back a little bit because it makes the engine run hot. All the gauges look good to me, so we'll leave it there. And then I can get more in a cruising mode. We can get it down to the and we'll go to 20, and then we'll go down to 30 inches. Yeah, we'll go to 30 inches. Okay, that should save us some fuel. This didn't have very full tanks in the first place, so staying on our course. These are little lights, is what they are. Okay, where are we at here? We're coming back. All right. They want me to go down to 2,400. Which is the level we should be at for the pick up the glide slope for the ILS. So we'll turn this down to 2,000 and we'll go up to 2,400. Now we can hit altitude again. Vertical speed pops up there, and this time we're going to go down. Okay, we'll go down. Let's go down 400 feet. 400 feet per minute. Oh, no, I don't have that on. This thing really seems to be going through a lot of gas. That's the oil. I don't know why that wouldn't have anything to do with it. Like I said, I don't even know why it screws and unscrews. It's not like you can take it out and look at the dipstick or anything. At least on this model, the way this plane's modeled, but we're down to 8 already. What, this thing's really going through gas. That's staying running. That's usually back farther than you'd ever do on a like a Cessna or anything. It'd be dying. Some planes have fuel flow. I think this is a 430 and a 330 or a 530? Yeah, 530 and a 430. Garmin. Yeah, 530 and 430. I don't know if this has now let's let me look around in here a little bit. That's the waypoint we're going towards. See, our desired track is 167 degrees. We're 8.2 miles from SKE, and our ground speed is 104, so we're not going real fast. Same thing here, ground speed. Now this is to the destination, so that would be where the landing, I would say. Yeah, because this is, no? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, well that must be the distance into the, they have waypoint like this, and then they have the destination. You know, where you're gonna, the airport. Let me look around here a little more. It's early in the morning, I forget. These are different departure frequencies and stuff. Not a whole lot here. Airport. And look up an airport. Intersection. Database, or I know what it's a transmitter. VOR, another transmitter. And these are nearest airports. I have to push this if I wanted to scroll on that page. That's just the distance that the radio band frequencies are apart. We are using less fuel. We're down to 2,400 feet. This is Belleville. We're actually going over Belleville right now. Scott Air Force Base at Belleville. There it is. I think this is Scott and this is Mid-America. We're going to be landing 32 left. Both these runways go the same direction. This one's going up 140 degrees, and this one's going 140 degrees. So this is 14 left and 14 right. You see it on the runway down there. 14 right. That's 14 left. And the other end of 14 is 32. quick way to figure that is you take 14 and you subtract or add a 2. Well, you can't subtract 2 from 1, so you'd have to add it. So you add 2 to 1, and that's 3. And then that means the 4, you have to subtract 2. So it would be 32. And in this case, since they're both 32, there's a 32 left and a 32 right. I've never flown out of this airport. It's pretty close, St. Louis, but I've never flown out of it. I remember when they built it. Some turbulence. Big radial engine. Let's see, we'll start at noon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is 9 cylinders correct? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is one of our pitot tubes, a speed tube. It tells our speed, and that's where the pitot, the heat is to I see. It doesn't look like it's open, but I don't know. The pitot tube is usually out away from the prob. And there's another one there, so. This one's got kind of like more balloon tires on it. We are down to 2,400 feet, so, and we're flying our course. Bring our wheel back. I can see everything I need to see. Carb heat's good. Cylinder head temperature's good. How's our fuel? It's doing much better. Yeah, it's doing much better. So pulling that mixture back on this plane definitely meant a lot. Different than other planes. We're at 2,400 feet, flying level. We're doing 110 miles per hour. And let's see, we're gonna go down here and do a procedural turn. Wonder if I get rid of these. That's not it. Trying to get rid of some of these circles and stuff. I can do it, but it's early, and I fly so many different planes with so many different controls. You kind of have to think about it again. And these are airspaces, is what they are. Oh, you know what? I bet I can change this to be more, yeah. It's still there. It's just zoomed in a little more, so. But and never mind, I'm gonna quit thinking about it. Okay, so I gotta see what we should be on 109.90. And in the active on nav, which is, this is the nav or VLOC. Okay, so this one should be 109. 109.9, and then I'm going to switch it. Okay, now it's in the active. See, and it shows up. Belleville Airport, KBLV, localized, IBLV. Everything's still looking good. We need this frequency here to pick up the landing ILS. We'll be banking to the right here because it goes around the turn like this and then comes back around. Take a drink of my coffee here. How are we doing on fuel? I think I'm going to switch tanks because of the, I don't want to be worried about having to switch tanks in the middle of a landing, so we'll go to the rear tank. So let's switch this to the rear. Oh. Okay, we're on the rear now. And then the speed of our flaps we should be low enough for those, because we're almost in the white, so. You see that move? That was off. This one can drift. This one's always right. But you have to watch the refraction, you know, of the eye angle too, and then that card up there actually says the deviations that it has. So ironically, east is 90, south is 179 instead of 180, west is 269 instead of 270. Okay, we're making the turn around to go back to the runway for the approach. Did we suspend or something? Why did it's just straightening out. We're flying real weather and real live time and live weather. So it's 9:35 here. Yep, 9:34. And this is what the weather is here. I was supposed to get an MRI today, and they canceled it because of the insurance hasn't approved it yet. Okay, I'm looking at the weather here. We got the wind is blowing. It's coming from the. It's coming from the east and blowing to the west. So it's east, southeast. And the wind's 8 miles per hour, gusts up to 16, so. And where's the barometric pressures on here too? 30.21. So that's 30 point. It says 30.21 on my weather map. Okay, we should be, where is the, have we made the turn completely yet? No, not completely yet. Okay. We can put the flaps down one. And then we watch our airspeed. There's our runway up there on the left. Now there's a beacon for the airport that's on the left too. The one that's green. That's just the tower. The airport, beacon marker, whatever you want to call it. We have to turn on approach here. When we get locked into the localizer, that channel, this actually changed to loc. And this one here, I'll get rid of this again. And then we'll have to hit the approach. And that frequency at the back, the farthest end of the runway, there's the localizer transmitters. They're on each side of the runway in the back. And the electronics in it picks up the left and right. The one side is a different frequency than the other side. And then they know how strong it is and such, so that it lines up with the center of the runway. And then you need to be like around 2,400 feet to pick up the vertical part for the glide slope to bring you down on the front of the runway. Now that one is on the front of the runway for the glide slope, that transmitter for it, and it will pick it up at Blytheville. Yep. BLVIL. That's where it's going to pick it up. So I'm going to turn on approach right now. Okay, approach, glide slope shows up, it's armed. Okay. Put our flaps down, another one. We're starting to go down, which I don't know why this is showing going up. There it goes. Oh, it probably bellied up when I put the flaps down. A lot of times this will be your glide slope indicator here too. We've definitely locked on it because we're going down on our own. I'm going to put the flaps down again for landing. And back off a little bit on the throttle. Oh, it didn't go down all the way. There was a piece in the middle there. Okay, landing. That wide arc, it won't stall till it's down like about 60. When we're landing, we're actually supposed to be full rich unless it says otherwise. Keep the engine from dying. Like they may have you do it differently in the like in Colorado, you know, when you're a mile high. Alright, we're at 1,000 feet. Got 3 red lights, so we're a little, I'm going to give it a little more throttle because we're a little low. Should have 2 white and 2 red. I'm going to have to pull back a little bit. Yeah, we're throttling back. I see the wind there. It's kind of blowing down. We're landing downwind a little bit. Oop. That was a rough one. Yeah. Well, the thing I did wrong, I mean, I didn't look at the runway wind when I picked the runway. It's normally not picked this way. You know, I mean, you can request one, but they may tell you that tower is the ultimate decision maker. So, you gotta watch these tail draggers. You put the brakes on too much and it's gonna nose over. Put the brake on for a minute. Oh, get outside and look. take the brake off and show you something here. It's gonna go down here. Oh, I should pull back on the yoke. See how I pull back and the rudder, the elevator goes up? That's to keep the tail on the ground until I get enough speed. As I start getting up to speed that the tail's gonna lift off, I have to let off gradually. But the only thing that's steering us, because there's not enough wind, air, movement over the control surface. But I was landing more downwind. We should have been taking off this way. See, the wind suck. It's almost cross, but it is coming more head on down the opposite end. So now to just show you what I was going to show you, tail, actually all the planes. Okay, so it is almost blowing a crosswind, and crosswinds are really tough, especially for tail draggers. So when you're in a tail dragger and you're landing, the wind, wow, that's weird. It's showing a different place when you get in a plane, isn't it? Okay, so let me do it this way. Now it is there. Okay. Alright, so if the wind is blowing crosswind, what's going to happen as you're landing? It's going to push the tail over this way, because this is the part that's sticking up the most, your vertical stabilizer. So the vertical stabilizer is going to be pushed, and I'll okay, let me turn here. So it's going to be kind of like that, okay? Because the wind, well, I want to keep going straight. So I'm going to be feeding right rudder, okay, to get the plane to turn back this way, But the wind is so strong that sometimes you have to use the wing, the ailerons also. And it's also a good idea to keep this wing, the wing that's, downwind. Or would that be upwind? Let me think. Upwind, I guess. Well, you know what I mean. Wind's coming this way. You keep that wing down so it don't get up underneath it and try and flip the plane over towards me, So I'm applying right rudder and it's not doing the job because the wind's too strong and it's pushing the tail over still. Because like right here, this should get that tail back, but it's having trouble because of the wind. So what you do is wherever the wind is coming from, and in this case this way, you turn the wing, the aileron up that way, and that will help counteract the wind. And then it's a matter of using the ailerons and the rudder to control the plane on the ground to go straight. So both are used as you're landing. Interesting, huh? I think so. Alright, so I'm take the brake off. So, now you won't see it until I actually, had enough speed to need to do it. But I'm giving it right rudder and I'm giving it left wing. Oh, I was giving the opposite. Yeah, I know. Pulling back on the prop to get the RPMs down. Okay, so that's also another way you can lose speed if you need to when you're landing, is you do opposite rudder. You do the rudder the way that it should be, and you do it more than it should be, and you use opposite aileron. So like the rudder, you're pushing to the right, and then you turn the elevator to the left, and you're holding them both. And see, it's going to slow down. And that'll help you control your speed as you're landing if you're going too fast. I'll let up on both now. Okay, I'll post this